Hi guys, this is a quick update for my Immersive HUD mod. I've just released version 1.1. Now the main two things I've added, the first one is the ability to toggle the compass on and off at the press of a button. And you can do this even on horseback, as you can see. Now this for me is a lot more useful. It means I can just turn the compass on when I want and turn it off the rest of the time. I don't have to use stamina, I don't have to sprint, I don't have to sneak, all the other options I used. Just click a button and I can see where I'm going. Click it off and it's gone. Now you should know that this option requires Script Dragon to be installed, and it will require you to add an optional file after installing the mod. If you don't want to use Script Dragon, don't worry, the mod continues to work as it did before. You just won't be able to use this particular toggle function. So that's that one. Oh, and if you don't know what Script Dragon is, don't worry, I'm covering it in my next video, my next mod sanctuary, and I will cover all the details of how to install it, etc. Now the second feature I added was for the crosshair. I've actually set it up now so that the crosshair appears when you wield a spell or a weapon. As you can see, I take my spells out and I now get a crosshair, and the same is true for a weapon. And as soon as I put the weapon or spell away, crosshair disappears. For me this is a lot better than using the magicka or using charge, etc., because basically I want to see my crosshair when I'm aiming at something, which is always with a weapon or a spell. So that's that one. Again, you need Script Dragon for this function to work, but you also need SKSE, the script extender. You need both of those. If you don't have those installed, this function will just be ignored. The mod will work as it did before, but without those two things installed, if you check this option, it will just basically be ignored. So you should know that. If you've not installed SKSE by now, you really should, because you should be using the Sky UI. It's absolutely brilliant. So that's that. Now to install this, you download the main file using the Nexus Mod Manager, and the installer is pretty much the same, except it has an extra option at the bottom for toggle. And if you click that, you get a little warning telling you that you need Script Dragon. And if you go to crosshair visibility, I'm going to switch these ones off and select on weapon or spell, and as you can see I get another warning telling me I need SKSE or Script Dragon, and that's that. And I can then just install it as normal. So this installs exactly the same as it did before, but you also are going to need the optional file. If you go to the web page, the Nexus page, you'll find an optional file for Script Dragon. Extract all the files from that. There is basically a README and a folder ASI. You need to copy the ASI folder into your game folder. That is the game folder, not the data folder. If it asks to overwrite, do so. If you've not installed any Script Dragon scripts before, you won't have to do that. But if you have in your ASI folder, you may have to click yes to overwrite something. Don't worry, overwrite it. And again, this folder goes in your game folder. That's the folder you find the tesv.exe file. Now, I realise it might be a little annoying to have to install both SKSE and Script Dragon just for one mod. I am basically hoping that once the creation kit comes out, I will be able to get rid of the need for both of those, or at least one of them. So hopefully in a few weeks I can do even more and have the installation a little easier. One last thing, the bug that I fixed is if you're using the option to turn off enemy health when you were crouching, there was a brief flicker where you could see it. I fixed that, so that's gone. And that's it, version 1.1. Hope you enjoy it, and I am already working on the next Skyrim Mod Sanctuary. It should be out at the weekend, and I hope to see you guys there. And until then, have fun.